Welcome back to movingprofessional.com. So today I'm going to do a single apparatus mobility routine using a wall. Alright, so we're going to start working on the hip hinge pattern. We're going to get about a foot step away from the wall, feet facing forwards, biasing the outer edge of the feet. Alright, we're going to go into a hip hinge, so make karate choppers right here at the hip crease. You're going to reach your butt back and just try to find the wall, just tap and stand up. Alright, it feels real easy to do that. You start moving forward, and what you're looking for is a sweet spot where I can tap the wall, but I have to really work to balance so I don't fall into the wall. So I'm going to shift back through my heels, and as I do that, I'm going to feel like my toes want to come up, so I curl my toes, try to maintain that stability, and I feel that right across the lower abdomen, just trying to counterbalance the falling into the wall, and just feeling like I have control and the mobility to get my butt back, but that I'm not losing my balance. All right, so we're going to do 10 there. You can reach the arms out in front of you, and that tends to help the process. It counterbalances the posterior weight shift of the buttock. All right, so you got 10 of those, and then we're going to face the wall, and this will work more on the squat pattern. All right, so if you start toes against the wall, I'm going to start reaching down between my feet. I'm not going to be able to go very far. I'm pretty limited with my upper back and ankles, so I'm going to take about a foot step back. Eyes are going to be at the wall, nose glides straight down, and when I hit a sticking point, I want to get solid and keep getting down, try to reach to the middle of the foot or even back towards the heels. All right, so if I'm too far back, might as well not even use the wall. If I'm too close, I'm not going to get very far. So you want to find that sticking point or that happy medium where it makes you hit your sticking point. You got to hold, and then you can get a little bit lower. And then I want you to grease that groove for about 10. If that starts to loosen up, you can get a little closer. Helps it drop into the squat pattern. All right, if that gets to be easier for you, you can try overhead, which will challenge the upper or the thoracic extension a little bit. All right, so we can work down, and I have to work quite a bit away from the wall due to my limitations. All right, so right about there where I'm still making contact with the pinky. The good thing about the wall is it gives you a distance as a goal to get closer over time, but it also just makes sure that you're not compensating more than you need to. All right, so if I get myself a little bit closer, I hit that sticking point, and I can sink down. Makes me have to use my stability muscles to get deeper into the range of motion over time. So this is a practice. All right, if you can get your toes all the way to the wall, drop down into a rock bottom squat, you're pretty mobile in your squat pattern. So it's a nice goal. Not everyone's going to get there, and wherever you are, and you just train it. All right, so about 10 repetitions there, but make it a practice so you can kind of hit that sticking point and sink a little deeper maybe with each rep. All right, then we're going to go into working on the overhead press and also the opposite, which is more of a pull-up motion. We can sit in several positions. I like to start cross-legged with the sacrum, shoulder blades, and the back of the head touching the wall. All right, and then I'm just going to put my thumbs on the wall. All right, you don't have to put the back of your hands there. All right, just the thumbs. Try not to have your neck shoot out. And then just reaching overhead into this V-like position. Try to maintain contact. And then pull down. Try to pull your elbows into your body without your sacrum coming off the wall. All right, so just keep that pressure there. Fight for it. And then pull down. All right, so the wall just basically shows you your compensations that you're trying to make and basically disallows them so that you have to really work with those sticking points in your mobility. All right, because mobility is not just about stretching, it's about finding what you have to work on and actually using some of your stability muscles to hold things down while you move around some of your limitations. All right, so that would be for pushing and pulling, and we can do about 10 there. And then the numbers are really just based on you. If you're doing too many and it starts to get sore, then just back off. But if you really feel like you need to work on it and you're feeling pretty good and you're actually improving your mobility the more you move, then do quite a bit more. Okay? Then we can get on the ground, on the back, and we'll start with bringing your buttocks as close to the wall as you can. Feet as close to your butt as possible. All right? So now we're working on full hip flexion as if we were in the bottom of the squat position. All right, and then from there we can also work on this overhead press and pull down motion, and the lumbar spine is pretty much locked into a solid position here. All right, so you don't get the natural overextension that you'll see when you go overhead. All right, we can work on shoulder mobility. Again, we want to maintain thumb touching the ground and then bring the elbows towards the body as close as you can, up and in. You can also work on bringing the elbows in and down as if we were going into more of a front rack position and then sliding back up, so it's more of a diagonal down, W to Y, or just to make it easier, just slide the arm straight down. All right, then we can look at getting some extensibility in the posterior chain. All right, making sure that we can get both legs all the way up there and then try to get the butt flush so the calves, hamstrings, and sit bones are all making contact with the wall. We can do ankle pumps here. We can do the same presses in this position. And you'll notice differences in tightness when you're here versus when you're down here. So you can do about 10 to 20 repetitions in those positions. All right, so that is a single apparatus mobility routine using a wall. If you have any questions, go to movementprofessional.com. We'll see you next time.